Coming up in the news,
a popular international airline returns to Grand Bahama 5 months post-Hurricane Dorian. Those details straight ahead.
The Ministry of Health seeking to allay fears regarding the coronavirus. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shashina Roll-Parkinson. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Well, it was a big day for the island's tourism sector as another major airline returned to Grand Bahama. American Airlines touched down shortly after 11 a.m., marking its first flight since Hurricane Dorian. Jimmy Lemizik was there for that special occasion.
The 76-seater American Airlines aircraft arrived to Grand Bahama in full capacity today, marking the airline's first visit to Grand Bahama since the passing of Hurricane Dorian. And as you can hear and see behind me, they received a grand welcome.
Now, the first official flight came in from Miami, Florida, and Grand Bahama Ministry of Tourism General Manager Stephen Johnson says they could not be more excited about the return.
We're bringing in an Embraer 175, 76 seats daily, coming into Grand Bahama 11:30 daily. We wish it could be more, but we'll take what we got right now. And this is exciting for Grand Bahama Island. As you know, American Airlines is pretty much the gateway to the world. We got people calling us from France and Canada and want to find out when this service is going to happen. And it's actually happening, and so we're so excited. We got all the American Airlines officials on the ground here in Grand Bahama.
Johnson reiterating the ministry's commitment to ensuring the return of more international airlift to Grand Bahama.
We've already announced that Alpatours out of Italy is touching down here in June, so we're just waiting on some official information about that. That's going to be good for the summer booking, and we are working on some other lift. We're just taking directives from our senior executive team down in the Ministry of Tourism in Nassau, as they work to bring more airlift into Grand Bahama. And obviously we're really excited too. Many of you have heard the Prime Minister in his address talk about the Grand Lucayan Resort signing on March 2nd. We're really happy about that. The team is already in place here, putting together various different strategies, working from the West End to the East End and also in Freeport, Lucaya, to bring some excitement, to bring back all the cultural festivals to Grand Bahama Island.
Now, according to tourism officials, the American Airlines Freeport to Miami route is offered daily. Shamila Mizik, ZNS Network News.
Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis on the island of Abaco today for the signing of a heads of agreement between the government of the Bahamas and Tersos Family Holdings Limited for a $300 million touristic project in South Abaco. The development is said to represent one of the largest investments ever in Abaco, the country's third largest economy. It also includes an upmarket resort community with a wide range of amenities, including the expansion and upgrade of the Sandy Point Airport, a marina, golf course, clubhouse restaurants, a retail and residential component, swimming pools, water park, utility services, resort accommodations, and related amenities. Now, it is anticipated that some 600 workers will be employed during the construction phase of this project. Well, the Minister of Health on Grand Bahama this morning hosting a forum with healthcare professionals and those that protect the country's borders. The goal is to present the facts of the virus and allay fears about this global pandemic.
The Minister of Health, the Honorable Dwayne Tans, continuing the information campaign when it comes to presenting the facts surrounding the coronavirus, now known as COVID-19. Minister Tans says that this virus is all about perspective, noting that there is a huge amount of fear surrounding the virus. Issuing some statistics, he says that there are 60,500 confirmed cases, 59,723 are in mainland China, and 175 stuck on a cruise line. He adds that there are 7.7 billion people in the world, 1.4 billion in China, which means that the remaining 360 cases are spread out over 6.3 billion people.
There are across 6.5 billion people, less than 400 cases, and 3 deaths, one in Hong Kong, one in the Philippines, one in Japan. That's it. Since that time, we have had 1,200 persons die. We've said the overwhelming majority of them, 99.9% of them, in China. But at the same time, since we've been paying attention to this dreadful virus, 10,000 people have died from measles.
He says that currently only 7 persons are quarantined, but he emphasized that there were no confirmed cases in the Bahamas. The minister adding that his ministry has consistently been engaging Border Patrol agents on what is happening nationally, regionally, and internationally.
Given the fact that nobody comes directly to the Bahamas from China, although somebody tried, what could potentially happen? So people can come into one of the ports, LPIA, Grand Bahama Airport, Exuma, Eleuthera, what have you. They would then come in and be asked a series of questions. Have you been, what is your travel history? Have you been in mainland China within the last 20 days? If the answer is yes, then the position that we've taken is you're going to be denied entry.
Now, Senior House Officer in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Sharita Moxie, notes that proper hygiene is the best prevention against the virus. She explains the current global reach of the virus as of February 12th.
These are simple things that we should be doing all the time. We should be, if we have a cough or a sneeze, covering our cough or sneeze with a tissue and discarding that tissue, sneezing or coughing in our elbows, washing our hands. If you are sick, you know, give the person next to you some breathing space, right?
Megan Shepard, 7S Network News.
In other news, the island of Abaco grappling to recover since monster Hurricane Dorian decimated much of the island, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Well, tonight, the chairman of the Disaster Reconstruction Authority is giving an update on the cleanup process thus far. Chairman of the Disaster Reconstruction Authority Board, John Michael Clark, says that they are currently working with non-governmental agencies with a focus on the rebuilding of schools in Abaco.
There's active work going on with the Central Abaco Primary School. We are planning to rehabilitate the high school, and we are looking for a rehabilitation program for schools both in Abaco and in Grand Bahama.
As the government seeks to boost economic activity and development on the island, he says they are also working closely with the Small Business Development Center on behalf of the business community in Abaco.
And we are planning to help them facilitate programs to get the small businesses started. I spoke with the executive director of the SBDC just this morning on my way over here, and she informed me that over 30 small businesses in Abaco have been helped. What we want to do, and I've asked her to create the mechanism so that we can get the word out, so people know that they can apply for grants and they can apply for loans. So be assured that, Abaco is not closed for business.
Meantime, Clark contends that cleanup continues on that northern island.
Abaco Keys remains a challenge for us, and we are actively seeking to have a solution for the Abaco Keys. On the mainland, we made a commitment to assist private residences and small businesses and business owners with the cleanup so that we can advance the reconstruction process. And we want to make focus on cleanup a little bit more intense. So what you'll be finding over the next few weeks on the Abaco Keys and at the debris management sites, we will be moving with more intention.
He notes that BPL has given a timeline for power to be restored, which could be sometime in May of this year, particularly in the Marsh Harbor community.
So Valentine's Day is just a few hours away, and we are here live at the 17th Center in downtown Freeport, where the ladies here are continuing their final Valentine's Day preparations. We'll have more for you when we get back.